Hello everyone, welcome to Bunker Study Point. In this video series, we will talk about object-oriented programming. So first of all, we will discuss about what are programming languages or what do we mean by a programming language. A programming language is a formal language that specifies a set of instructions that can be used to produce various kinds of output or that can explain the working to a computer system. As we all know that computer systems are dumb, they need everything to be instructed to them and in the way or in step by step manner which it needs to be performed in. So programming languages can be used to create programs that implement specific algorithms, and basically by algorithm we mean a way of doing a thing, like a recipe for something. We will talk about algorithms in a separate segment. Some of the examples of programming languages are C, C++, Java, Python, SQL, PHP, .NET, etc. etc. We will talk about C++ in specificity in this video series. So starting with the program layout, what would be a basic programs look like in a C++ program, we will see. So first of all, there is a column or section for header files at the top of our program. Header file is basically a system file which contain a list and definition of functions or methods that can be used by the programmer directly, as we don't need to rewrite a code again and again which have a basic function like in console input. Like we need to input into a variable, there is a function pre-written and we do not need to type it again that we should take it from keyboard and then store it in a separate place on memory. These kind of functions are declared in header files, like for square root function, square function, cube function, trigonometrical equations, etc. etc. Second comes our function prototype. This particular segment is for user defined functions. If you want to create a function that is recursively or repeatedly being used in your program, in order to minimize the redundancy, we make functions. This will be covered in a future video. And then comes our void main. This is the main function in any C++ program, as it is the only body that will be executed by the system defaultly. If there is no main function in the program will never execute. And then there are curly braces which contains the body of the function we declare. And then there is a segment for user defined functions where we declare the function body. Above that, in function prototype, it was a declaration that we will be creating a function of our own somewhere in the program, and here it is defined user defined function at the end after main. Well, it is not compulsory to declare it after main, it can be anywhere before main or after main. The main thing is it should be after the function prototype has been written. So here comes our first program, or the hello world program, that is the basic for any language. So we will study the basics here. So first thing we come across is the hash include statement. Hash include statement is a statement for linking the file, the header file, which will be used in our program for the basic functions, the predefined functions. Then we come at iostream.h. This is a header file, the basic header file for every C++ program. It contains the basic input and output functions of the language. Then there is using namespace std statement. It is important to note that if you are using an older compiler like Turbo C++, there is no need for using namespace. It explains to the compiler that we will be using the basic C in, C out and other statements like that in the program. Okay, so in online IDEs and new compilers it is a must written as it is, but in older compiler there is no need to use using namespace std line. Next we come at void main. This is the main executing function of our whole program. This is the method which will be executed first. Rest all methods or functions we will create or use will be used through main, after it or during it. Okay. Next we come at cout statement. Cout basically stands for console output. It means that cout basically what does it do is take a value from our program, anything, integer type, float type, string type, character type, and puts it on the monitor or any output screen we are using. Okay. Next is hello world. This is basically a message we are providing at the output side. The inverted commas just highlight that this is a string, that is a collection of characters. Okay, then comes the curly braces at the top side and bottom side. Well, the curly braces marks the body, the borders of the body of any function or any statement we use. So here they are defining the body of the main function, that it starts just after the main is written and ends after the cout statement has been executed fully. The last thing we encounter is the semicolon at the end of the cout statement. Well, in C++, you can write the whole code in just a single line. It is not indentation oriented language, it is a case sensitive and works in blocks of code. So, semicolon marks the end of statements. Any statement we write that needs to be executed in the program has to be marked end with a semicolon. So it is the most important thing in a program and can cause a lot of difficulties for programmers if you miss it even once in a program. It will be a daunting task to check where you have not put the semicolon. So this will be all about C++ in this video. Was the basic video and will cover the basic syntax of C++ in this. And now we're coming to the disclaimer that, as I said at the starting of the video, that all the methods, all the functions, all the writing style syntax we will use in the coming up videos will be based on a particular compiler. You can actually encounter different types of compiler, older, newer, in the market, and every function will perform differently on each of them. Like here we used iostream.h. Some compilers don't need the .h extension to be included in the linker file, etc. There can be a number of differences across the compilers. So whatever we say here, we just need to make you able to catch the algorithm or the basic thinking behind how a program works and how a program is written in C++. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, please subscribe to our channel for more upcoming videos on the object oriented series.